Yo, what is up, everybody? It is Riley's Redzone here, and today I'm going to be giving my Week 8 NFL picks. So, yesterday I just uploaded a video, so go check that one out if you haven't already. But today I'm going to be breaking down my picks. Now, last week I did very well. I went 11-3 last week. I did very good. That's the best I've done so far. That felt good. I was at 60-30. So now I'm at 71-33, so I'm way above not way, but kind of above the 500 mark. Well, not 500, but more, like 2 for 1. So I'm getting more than 2 right for every 1 wrong, which that's pretty decent now. I needed that catch-up week. I had a few bad weeks, so I'm back on track here. And I'm going to talk about the games here. So looking at the Steelers-Ravens, I'm very shocked right now that the Ravens are actually favored by 4, and I am a little confused. I can see how home field advantage, they are at home, which makes sense, but the Steelers are undefeated, and now this does feel like a trap game where, the Steelers are undefeated, and this could be their first loss, but in my opinion, Lamar's just not been what he was last year, so I really think he isn't playing to that level, and they have their running backs are kind of banged up right now. Mark Ingram's a little injured. So I really think that the Steelers actually can pull off an upset here. Now, I, once again, don't necessarily know why it's an upset. This definitely, though, feels like a trap game, so I could see this very much being wrong, but I'm going to take the Steelers here. I'm going to take some chances this week, you'll notice. Okay, Chiefs-Jets, this is the biggest spread I've ever seen so far this season. It's currently 20 points favorites for the Chiefs. So, just put it on the board. It's the Chiefs. If literally every single person in the world, unless you are a Jets fan, would get that pick wrong if they somehow win. So, they're 20-point favorites, so I'm taking the Chiefs as well. The Jets are just not good whatsoever. Then we have Titans-Bengals. I'm taking the Titans. They last week had their first loss against the Steelers. So, they're still very good. They just need to get Derrick Henry going. He didn't do as well last week. But Joe Burrow, once again, he's looking good, but they just haven't really had the defense or the offensive line really to help them, which they brought in a few guys this week, but I don't know if they're playing right away. But bringing in a B.J. Finney and a just different depth there, it really helps. Quentin Spain as well. They need that because they are doing very bad on the offensive line. But their receivers are nice, but I think the Titans win here, even though it's at home for the Bengals. They're favored by 6.5. I'll take them there. Then we have the Rams and the Dolphins. I'm taking the Rams. I'm honestly shocked that the line is only 3.5 for the Rams favorited. This is going to be Tua's NFL start debut. I'm very excited to watch that. I'm excited to see that. I really think he's going to do well, but I don't think they're going to win this game. Now, I like Tua a lot. He was my number 2 quarterback. I had him above Herbert. I'm really excited to watch him play, but I don't think they get a win right away. But this should be a close one and really fun one to watch, but I think the Rams still pull off a win. Colts Lions. This is another one where the Colts are a team that I honestly have kind of thought are overrated. I like that they brought in Phillip Rivers. I predicted they'd do that. It's just kind of a step up, but I don't think it's a step up enough to really get them to a top playoff team. Phillip Rivers has still made some bad picks, some bad mistakes like he did last year, but I think that it helped their team signing him. So I do like the Lions actually kind of as a underrated team. So this one, mark my words here, it could be an upset, but I'm still taking the Colts kind of to be safe here. Once again, I'm not a huge fan of them right now, but I think they pull off a win this week. But definitely watch out for the upset here. This could be a trap game as well. Then we have the Patriots Bills, and I've been on the Patriots hype train this season, and it seems as though the train has fallen off the track. They even benched Cam Newton last week. That was not good. So, I've been saying for a while that healthy Cam, if Cam's in the lineup and this team is healthy, they can beat anybody in the AFC East or behind the Chiefs, Ravens, Steelers. I really thought that they could beat just about any of those teams. But I think they'll keep it close today, but the Bills have just been looking way too good. Definitely Josh Allen has taken a huge step up this year, and you can really see that. Diggs is what they needed. They just needed a number one receiver, so they have that now. So once again, I've been a Patriot hype train person here this year with Cam Newton, but at some point here I'm gonna have to jump off. So I think the Bills win here. So Raiders, Browns, these are once again the two teams. There's 3 teams in the NFL which I think are overrated based on what their record is. It's the Colts, it's the Browns, and it's the Raiders. And you could put, for the AFC, I should say. Then you have, obviously, the Bears, for sure, in the NFC. But that's a whole nother ballpark. But those are 3 teams I think are overrated. So, once again, we already had, I think it was the Colts-Browns matchup, maybe. Or it was 2 of them already that I didn't think were super. Maybe it was Colts-Raiders, but now we have Raiders-Browns. So these are both teams I think are overrated, but I think the Browns get it done here. They had a nice win last week against the Bengals. Good come-from-behind victory. Good to see at the end of the game. Now, looking at, as the meme is the Baker Mayfield cycle, he's due for a bad game this week, but you never know. So I'm taking the Browns in that one. I just think their offense will be too much for this Raiders defense. And Myles Garrett is a stud at the defensive end. So I think they beat the Raiders here. Vikings, Packers. I am, in fact, a Vikings fan. You can probably see the Diggs jersey all the way in the distance back there. Obviously, he left. But I think I may be a Vikings fan, but it's not looking good today, as I think the Packers get a win here. It's just still, I said it week 1, the Vikings can have a chance to beat the Packers, but they need guys healthy. They need their edge rushers there, and it doesn't help that they lost Yannick Ngakoue, which was, in my opinion, one of the worst trades I've seen recently. You trade for a guy, and after 6 weeks, you decide to let him go for less than what you trade him for less than what you gave up. So that was a terrible move. Don't know which one is worse than, trading for him or trading to get rid of him. So that was, but now they have a lot of unproven guys, which isn't the worst. It isn't the worst, but I think that they could improve that. Then we have the Chargers, Broncos. The Chargers, I like Herbert, the way he's been playing. I didn't like him out of Oregon, but he's playing very well, and the Broncos are just super banged up, so I'm going to take the Chargers in this matchup. Then we have the Saints and the Bears. Now, I'm taking an upset here. The Saints are favored to win, but I'm going to take the Bears in this matchup. They're kind of underdogs here by 4 points, but I think they kind of somehow pull off an upset with Michael Thomas being out. So I'm actually taking the Bears there at home in an upset. Then we have the Niners and Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks. They've looked really good. The Niners may have won last week, but I think the Seahawks win again. And then we have the Eagles, who I'm very shocked the line is right now 10.5 versus the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have looked really bad. Now they have a rookie 7th-round pick in at quarterback, so I'm taking the Eagles here. It's just not good for Dallas. And lastly, we have the Bucs and the Giants on Monday Night Football. I'm taking Bucs all day. The Giants have not looked very good. Daniel Jones, I don't know whether he's the future. So thank you so much for watching this week's game picks. Make sure to come back next week for the next game picks, and also just see my other YouTube content. So subscribe if you enjoy that. Like the video if you like this one specifically. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.